everyone's stats increase every month, even every week. Either spender or non-spender. And everyone just focused on the numbers. But do you realize you're actually just circling in a regular circle every 6 months, more or less? Has anyone noticed? Okay, I will explain. First, I will give an example directly on this account, which is without spending at all. For those who still don't believe, I have one more proof. For an account that bought gold, this main quest was definitely gone and clean. But if you don't believe it, then you can try tips to increase stats without spending what I have given, and do it for 4 events, 4 months, and prove it yourself. If it doesn't work, then it means you don't understand. Maybe you need to watch it again and again until you understand. And here are the statistics for the current non-spender. If made balanced, maybe it will be 6,000 and 12,000. But it's not a good choice. Let's get into the explanation of why I said we just go round and round in circles every 6 months. Look at this for an example. Now there is a new airship part, R9. I have completed all R8, but because I never bought it, so I can only collect daily materials and some events. So almost everything is just basic level. Only a slight increase in attack. Now we check the new one, R9. See the amount of material to make it, 16 million. That's 5 times more than before. Which is only 3.2 million. This is the previous one, or 1 year ago. With much less material. So the amount of material is always increasing every time a new one appears, and always will be. First, let's see how many materials I have collected. This is the total material that I have collected as a non-spender. 66 million. If used to make R9, then it can only make 4 pieces, which requires a total of 64 million. So need to collect again in order to complete them all, 8 pieces. And that's only for the basic level. And to upgrade to the next level, which is precious, this is the amount of material needed. Which must be very difficult for a non-spender, and that only adds to the stats 52%. But don't worry, usually after 2 or 3 months after the new stuff comes out, there will be an update, and the amount of material that can be collected for free will be much more than before. For example, the artisan materials that can be collected in spirit mines. With the same number of crystals, can get 5 times more artisan materials than before. Things like this will always and always happen, like a cycle. So the point is, a non-spender will always return to the basic level when new item come out. Meanwhile, to get the handbook, non-spenders can only rely on monthly events, commonly called the 50% event, and can only get 1 per month. And 3 months after that can collect free from events like UAC and Darklands. Then about 3 months later new items appeared, so in total about 6 months there was an exchange of each item. Whether it's equipment, curiosity, coat of arms, gemstones and others. So basically, when we look at the whole cycle, we never upgrade anything because we always go back to basics again and again. Like always repeating from the beginning, just with a different name. But everyone seems to be hypnotized, and just pays attention to that number, which is always growing. And what's weird is that many think they can catch up to routine spender statistics. It is impossible unless the spender stops spending. So no matter how much you actively collect materials, you will still return to basic level when new items appear. And it doesn't matter how long you play, either 3 years or 6 months. If you understand how to do the 50% event, then your stats will be the same as mine and all non-spenders. Even if there is a definite difference, it's only slightly, maybe around 500%, and it depends on your stats settings. And for those whose stats are way below, means he doesn't understand how to do events. And you can't go any higher, except to be a spender, and buy materials for upgrades. In other words, this is the max statistic for the current non-spender. Let's call it a normal statistic to make it easier to call it. And you need to know that many old spenders stopped spending money, and now even have lower stats than this, because they don't understand how to do events. And there are also some spenders who still spend regularly under $500 per month have statistics like this. Some are even lower. It's because it's not spent properly. I will discuss the facts about the spender another time in a video to make it clearer. I will explain a little about the old players and new players, which actually does not make a significant difference. That's because a year ago the material that could be collected for free was much less than now, and 2 years before it was very, very much less. As an example of artisan material from Spirit Mine, this is the newest one. And this was 6 months earlier. This is 1 year before. And this is 1 year and 6 months earlier. We can see, the amount that can be collected 1 year ago is very, very small. And the next latest update will definitely provide much more. Could be 5 times more than now, or maybe more. So for players in the New Kingdom, it only takes 6 months or 4 monthly events to get normal stats and match old players, because according to my previous experience, monthly events occur after 2 months, so the previous 2 months there was no 50% event. I hope this information adds insight and opens your mind all. And after getting normal stats, you just need to increase knowledge about enjoying the game, and add skills and tricks in the face of battle. And you can get all that knowledge on this channel. Don't forget to share this channel with your friends, so that this channel can continue to grow and provide more information for all of you, so we can all have fun together, especially for non-spenders. Don't forget to watch all the videos that I have uploaded until they run out, because in every video I always slip some knowledge and tricks on how to play, so don't let you skip it. And if there's anything you don't understand and it makes you confused, please feel free to ask in the comments. And try to be more specific if you ask, so that I can also answer more precisely. That's all the information for now. See you in the next video.